This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of John versus Napoleon. You've been together for a year and a half. You've talked marriage and kids, but this relationship is not going anywhere, Miss John, until you determine whether Miss Napoleon has been cheating. Is that right?
Correct.
Miss John, tell us why you've opened this case today.
Okay, Jaleisha sleeps with her phone, Your Honor, eats with it. She even shower with the phone.
I do not
All
always
times of the night,
keep my
she
phone.
keep it on solid. I even
Joyce,
found a naked
really?
picture in her phone, yes.
So you think it's something going on with somebody else and she doesn't want you to find out about it?
Correct.
I'm young. I like to keep my phone on me.
Even when you shower?
So, Miss Napoleon, what are you here to show?
That I'm not cheating on her. She's just paranoid, insecure, but it's all her fault.
It's nothing you're doing that would fuel that.
No, ma'am.
Like keeping the phone with you at all times. She can't see it, she can't hear it, she don't know about it. That wouldn't make her paranoid.
It probably would, but
Well, I noticed there's a 12-year age difference between you two. How did you meet?
My ex of 9 years and her were real good buddies, gambling buddies.
Okay.
And we split. I made a post single, ready to mingle. So she inboxed me.
I went
we started
in and took my
chatting.
shot, and I scored,
We
and I
exchanged
scored.
Hold on, Mr.
numbers,
Napoleon.
And we started conversating, and a little after, we started dating.
And this is where you come in, Miss Napoleon. Tell me about seeing that post. What'd you do?
I got happy when I saw the post.
So what were you attracted to about her?
She's beautiful.
She is?
She's a very independent woman.
Okay.
And that's very attractive. So I like that about her.
All right, and what about you, Miss John? What was it about Miss Napoleon? You're like, let me talk to her.
I like dreads.
Okay.
So that attracted me instantly when I saw it. And then it's like she knew what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. You know, just gave me butterflies every time we talked.
So, Miss John, how do we go from butterflies to being here? What were the warning signs that led you here?
I found some panties in my car one day.
I don't know nothing about them panties.
How did that happen?
We share a vehicle, so one day she used the vehicle all day. The next day, I had it running errands whatsoever. And I was driving and I dropped my phone. So
Okay.
as I reached under the seat to grab my phone, I felt something soft as if it was a towel or something. So as I grabbed my phone, I grabbed it and it was panties.
So do you have those panties with you?
Yes, I actually have them here. And as you can see, they're small, Jaleisha.
You submitted an exhibit to the court. Can you step over to the plasma about
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
All right. So those are the panties you
I
just
found.
showed us.
And this is mine.
Yeah.
All of this fits in there. All of this, no way could fit in here.
And I presume that you don't know anybody that left their panties in your car.
Correct, no one.
Mr. Napoleon?
Yes,
You say
ma'am.
you don't know anything about these panties.
No, ma'am.
How did these panties get in your car? You can step back over. Thank you.
I think it got in there from either us going washing. They probably felt it's probably for one of the kids, cause Yana, I like my women thick. I mean, I'm not saying I have a problem with a small waist, but if I had to choose, I prefer thick. So I don't know how those panties get.
So you're saying the body that would fit in those wouldn't even be on your
Oh no.
what is it? Attraction template?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I knew what you were
If
gonna say.
I'm a cheat, I'm gonna make sure I do a clean sweep. No panties wouldn't have been in there.
So if you gonna do it, you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And this would not be right because
Oh,
she had
no.
found them in the car.
But if it was from laundry, they're up under the seat, not just like they fell out.
And you know, Color, we have heard in other cases where folks will leave evidence of their presence just to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you may not have had sex in the car with somebody, but are you seeing somebody who would have left some underwear that size?
No, I'm not.
Uh-huh. What other warning signs do you have?
Okay, we barely have sex. Pretty much no sex at all.
Huh?
And one evening, I made her favorite meal. I slipped on something sexy, thinking in my head, hey, we about to get it in. Jaleisha lays in the bed, turn the TV on, and turn her back to me and tell me she's tired.
So, Ms. John, are you saying that she is not being sexual or she's not being sexual anymore?
Anymore.
I wasn't even sexual at the beginning, so I don't know.
Well, she was having sex with somebody.
Who looked a lot like you with dreads.
It was me she always started. It was never.
Okay, but she started now, and she's not getting
And I'm just
anything.
I'm not into it. I don't want it.
So if you don't want it, then what do you want? I mean,
I just want to go to sleep.
every night, Jaleisha? Every night?
Yes.
Well, Ms. John, what other evidence do you have that makes you believe that Miss Napoleon is cheating?
I found a naked picture in her phone.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Okay, one evening I was in the kitchen cooking. She was in her bedroom. She came into the kitchen to get something to drink. She accidentally left the phone on the counter unlocked, something she never does. So I felt the opportunity, hey, let me go and get it while I can, because she always have the phone on her. So as I begin going through the phone, text messages and pictures, I see a naked picture in her phone. I questioned her about it, of course, and she says it's old. But
It was
looking
an
at the
old picture. It was an old
dated
picture.
a week prior, Your Honor, to me looking at it.
And a naked
How's that
picture of
old?
who?
You want to know why? My ex, and you want to know what? We had a threesome with my ex. That's why she feel like that.
Oh.
Okay. Let's look at that for a minute. So the picture was in your phone. You admit that?
Yes.
Okay. You said it was an old picture. She says it was from a week prior to her finding it.
Nah, it was an old picture, but what happened was I accidentally forwarded it to myself.
Who
and I was
forwarded a
trying
picture to themselves?
You accidentally forwarded an old picture of your ex to yourself.
I don't see why it's a problem if I'm not communicating with my ex. Why does it matter if I have a naked
Why
picture
keep
in my
an
phone?
old naked picture?
You really don't see that as
You
an
don't
issue.
see that as a problem. Because you have a picture that
You
was
don't even have
dated
naked
a week
pictures of
before
me in your phone.
Of your ex. That's why.
But it wasn't a problem when we had a threesome with her, though?
As a matter of fact, that kind of makes it worse. If it was just an ex, somebody in the past, then she might be able to think, well, that's just somebody in the past. It just happens to be there. But if you all had an ongoing sexual relationship involving this ex, and you now have a naked picture of that ex in your phone, then she's thinking, well, maybe that's who you really want to be with.
Right.
And in fact,
That's where the problem comes in.
she may think, and this is what she is thinking, not only you doing it with her and you, but there may be a time when it's just you and this ex.
The ex, and not her. Ms. John, have you found anything else that makes you believe that Mr. Napoleon is cheating?
Yes, one evening I came home late from work. I called her to tell her I was coming home late from work. She said she was gonna be home. So when I got home, she wasn't there. I called her phone, she didn't answer. So I go in the room and I look up and I see our sex toy sitting on the dresser.
You know I had to go.
And I
though.
looked around, the bed was messy and unfixed. And Jaleisha know I do not like my bed unfixed. She know this for a fact. And then the toy just sitting on the dresser, you know, we usually keep that in the closet hidden.
And it's a toy that you and she use together.
Correct. And I even have evidence.
Ron, would you grab that for us, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you usually make your bed up each morning?
Each morning.
And because you like to come home and your bed's
Correct.
nice
And if
neat.
I don't make it before I leave, she knows to make sure by the time I get home,
The reason why the bed was messed up, I was in the middle of cleaning up and I had to make a run. Somebody called me and I had to move quick. So I left the toy out, I left the bed messed up, and I had to leave.
That's understandable for the bed to be still messed up because you had to run out. But why was the toy sitting on the dresser?
How you know I wasn't trying to surprise you?
How?
Well, because you
just said you're not really sexual.
Right.
So
And then she always started.
But I probably wanted to be sexual that day.
that one day. And that's her concern, that you wanted to be sexual that day, and that you were, because the bed was messed up and the toy was left on the dresser from you being with somebody else.
Mr. Cutler, I think we have enough testimony. We have that Miss John found a naked photo of Miss Napoleon's ex in her phone. She believes that she had sex with a woman in her car because she found a pair of panties that were size small that she can't fit. She doesn't want to have sex anymore. And even she admits that she doesn't want to have sex anymore.
Ms. John says that Miss Napoleon has been very secretive with her phone.
And that's when you found the picture of the ex.
Yes.
And because she's secretive with the phone and all these other things, you're like, okay, something's going on.
Something.
Nothing.
If it comes out that, in fact, Miss Napoleon is cheating, she's done. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I leave this courtroom a single woman.
Well, to find out what's going on, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call digital forensic consultant Patrick Seward to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Seaward in.
Pleasure to see you.
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. The court ordered Ms. Napoleon to submit her phone for examination. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you performed this examination on her phone?
Yes. I conducted a full forensic examination of Ms. Napoleon's phone, and that included web history, apps, text messaging, photos, and videos, and we recovered a lot of deleted items as well.
Did you find anything in Ms. Napoleon's phone that led you to believe that she might be hiding something?
Oh, yes, I did. I was able to recover about 4,000 text messages from Ms. Napoleon's phone. Out of those 4,000 text messages, there was one text message string between Ms. Napoleon and a woman that she was flirting with. And I have a sample of those here.
Okay.
So Ms. Napoleon writes, what's up? I'm an old girl that was in the club. I kept looking at you last night because I saw something I liked.
I seen you looking.
We got to start spending some more time. I'm serious. I'm going to show you I want you.
I'm willing to let you show me.
And you found these in Ms. Napoleon's phone.
I did.
And these were the beginning of several that you talked about?
There were actually about 6,000 text messages in this thread going back and forth over a period of several months.
Okay.
So were these messages innocent or provocative?
They were very provocative. There were,
wow.
in fact, some pictures that were sent to and from Ms. Napoleon and the person involved in the text message string, and I have samples of those as well.
Okay.
Okay.
These are pictures of the other woman.
Completely nude. And then we have a very, very close-up picture of this woman's breasts. Ms. Napoleon,
Yes, sir.
who is this other woman sending you naked pictures of herself?
And who you say, I'm gonna show you I want you.
That was a young lady I met at the club one night.
All right, it seems like you wanna be sexual with her.
And single too?
Have you been with this woman?
Not sexually.
Well, how have you been with her?
Like I went over to her place and we went out to eat.
So you dated her
Yeah, I dated her.
while you were with Ms. John?
Yes,
And nothing sexual happened with this woman?
nothing.
You didn't kiss her, you didn't do anything with her?
No,
Well, how are you going to
But-
show her that you wanted her?
I was just gonna show her how she's supposed to be treated.
By hiding and sleeping on top of your phone,
A phone,
texting
my
females,
phone, really?
telling them you want to be with them, you're gonna treat them right. You're not even treat me right for that matter. How you gonna treat them right?
Well, to further investigate this matter, we had you subjected to a polygraph examination. At this time, the court would like to call licensed private investigator and polygraph examiner Kendall Shull. Ron, would you escort him in?
Kendall Shull.
How are you, Mr. Shull?
Great, Your Honor. Thank you. How are you?
We're good, thank you.
Ms. Napoleon was asked, the panties that Ms. Johns found under the seat in the car, were they from a woman with whom you had physical sexual contact? What was her response to that question?
She said no, Your Honor.
Ms. Napoleon, you look really, really nervous right now.
I'm not nervous.
Okay, here's the deal. He can tell your story, you can tell your story. Do you want to tell your story or do you want him to tell it?
I want him to tell it.
All right, I'm good with that. What was her response, Mr. Shull?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being...
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I want no apology. I want no apology.
You asked Miss Napoleon, since the start of your relationship with Miss John, have you had physical sexual contact with any other woman that Miss John does not know about? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
On this question, she also was truthful.
You see that? It's just you.
Well, Mr. Cutler, even I get surprised now and again.
Ms. John?
I apologize for accusing you of cheating.
All right, I accept your apology.
Mr. Napoleon, you know what? I'm glad that you haven't stepped out physically, but I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easily because you got 6,000 provocative texts. You got pictures that you've exchanged with this person, and you went on dates with this person. What do you want to do at this point with this relationship?
I think I want to take a break from it and give her time to, be young and figure out if she want to be with me or with whoever she's texting and sending and receiving pictures from.
Sometimes a break is important. You all have been together 5 years. You're currently engaged. But Miss Bailey, you're not going to be strung along by Mr. String if he's cheating. Please explain what is at stake today.
Your Honor, I feel like my family's falling apart. We've gotten to the point where I've even taken off my engagement ring. I don't know if I can trust him. We're supposed to be buying a house and getting married, and I don't want to marry somebody I feel like I got to babysit.
All right. And you're like, so if you find out he's cheating,
that's it. I have to move on with my life. I can't keep putting myself and my kids through this. I've gotten to the point where I lose sleep over it. I've lost hair. I mean, just the anxiety, it's bad.
Have you shed many tears over this?
Yeah, over 5 years, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Mr. String, you heard Ms. Bailey. She has shed tears over the thought of you cheating.
Yes, Judge.
How does that make you feel?
It upsets me because, Judge, I'm here today to prove that I'm innocent. I have not cheated on her at all. I want to show her that I'm not cheating on her. I want to prove to her, and I just want to show her.
What does she mean to you?
A lot to me, That's my girl. She been there for me. She's a good girl, smart, educated, everything. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to lose my family.
All right, because you all were engaged, right?
Yes, sir.
Have your fears of the cheating and infidelity, have they ever caused a separation between you two?
We did separate for about 2 months. We were still communicating. We were still sleeping together. To my understanding was that we were still basically together. He told me throughout the time that he wasn't sleeping with anybody else. Then when we did get back together, I found out that he had slept with another woman while we were split up.
So during this 2-month period while you all are taking a break, you're still trying to work it out, you're still intimate with each other.
Yes.
You're seeing somebody else.
You could say, Judge, yes.
No, I can't say you say, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, you were seeing somebody else. But even after finding this out, you all still got back together.
Yeah, I felt maybe it was worth being together, and he proposed.
Okay. What is it about him that made you say, baby, I want you back? What is it?
I don't really have much family.
Okay. Okay. It's okay.
Tyree's always been there for me. It didn't matter what it was. If I was stuck on the side of the road, he would jump up in the middle of the night to come help me. It didn't matter. I mean, anything. Me and my kids, we were struggling for a while, and they would bring over food, and you know what I mean? Just anything that I never really had to worry about anything being with him. And I didn't want to lose that.
I mean, he was your rock, but now you're worried that he's cheating. What was the first sign that made you think that?
Let me tell you.
Oh, boy.
I had got a text message from a random woman. I didn't know who it was. I have it if I can give it to you.
Ron, would you get that exhibit, please?
And where did you find this text message?
It was in my unopened messages, and it basically, as you can see, it says, I just wanted to see if you were still with him.
Okay. So this is from another woman, and it says, wanted to come to you woman to woman to see if Ty still talking to you because he said he not.
And you respond, yeah, we're together, been together over a year.
I love him, and we are supposed to get a place together.
Yeah.
How long ago did you see this?
That was a year after we got back together, so just towards the end of last year.
Okay.
And this mentions him by name.
Yes.
So this isn't just something that's out
Some
there.
random,
This is
hey, I'm
by
with your
name.
man. I'm with Tyree.
That's all a lie, Anna.
Who would do that as a joke?
She's an old woman that I used to talk to, and she's just jealous of her. She's mad because I didn't want to be with her, and I came back to her. So she wanted to break us up.
A year later?
Did you say an old woman or just a woman from a while back?
Yeah, well, a woman from a while back in the day.
Not a senior citizen.
Yeah. My bad.
Okay, so, but here's the thing. At the time that you got this, you all had been back together for over a year.
Yeah.
So how did you pop up on this former or this ex's radar a year into your relationship?
Well, it's just an old friend, you know. I just seen her, you know, just back in the day. I wasn't really talking to her like that. We was just good friends at the time, and then, you know, we...
Okay, wait a minute. Let me decipher man mumble. You know, you got man speak.
Thank you.
You got man mumble. So what I got was, there was contact.
Yes.
You all talked.
Mm-hmm.
You talked more than once.
Mm-hmm.
And she caught feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't catch feelings.
Yes, yeah.
And she's like, but I love you. And so she decided, well, since I can't have you, she can't have you.
Yeah.
That's what was in the mumble, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I'm good.
you are good.
Yeah.
I'll give you a high five on that one. I'll give you a high five. Now, Mr. String, was this the woman that you were with during your 2-month breakup with Ms. Bailey?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh.
Okay.
We were doing some chores around the house. He put the clothes in the washing machine. He went off to do some other stuff. When they were done, I went over to put them in the dryer. As I'm putting them in the dryer and I submitted a picture, I found a pair of hot pink pants with love across the bottom that are 2 sizes too small for me.
All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Like I said, that could have been my mother. She came over and washed clothes at my house.
His mother
I
is
asked
50.
my mother,
Have you seen
was
the
they
50-year-old?
her? She said those was her pants, so.
There was something else I found too.
What else did you
A
find?
couple weeks later, I was going through clothes to put them away and found a pair of hot pink lacy panties.
Okay, and those were submitted. Picture, those were
I
submitted.
promoted a picture of those too.
All right, so
Okay.
this ain't even at the same time. This is 2 weeks later.
Those panties wouldn't fit one leg.
So they're not yours.
No, they're not mine. Not even if I wanted them to be.
Okay, are you gonna tell me your mama wears these kind of panties?
My mother wear panties. I don't know exactly what. I didn't know she wear panties, you know. So, like I said, everything had to be my mom. She washed clothes at my house, so
That's what it had to be.
sorry.
Well, there's
What-
your
whatever.
side, there's his side, and there's your mother's side, and she submitted a statement to the court. She says, one day I was at the house doing laundry and I heard Megan and Tyree arguing about some pink pants. I told Megan to chill because those were my pants. I know she was shocked I had pants like that, but I told her I ain't no old lady. All right, on behalf of 50-year-old women everywhere. Then she says, Megan called me on the phone asking me if I had left some pink panties at her house. I told her I do own some pink panties, but they ain't lacy.
Oh. So whose were they,
Mr.
Tyree?
String?
I don't know who they was. It could have been any of her friends.
don't know
I
who-
thought they was hers at first.
Well, there's a last part of your mother's statement. She says, I love watching your show, and I really do think you can help those 2 knuckleheads get it together because I'm ready to plan this wedding. All right, Mr. Cutler, she didn't put it down. She put the challenge down. She said, we can do this.
Oh, there's more.
Tell me you haven't found anything else. I mean, we got pants and panties. Don't tell me it's anything else.
Oh, here's the kicker. Are you ready for this? This is the reason why my engagement ring came off.
Okay.
Tyree and I were having sex. We were having a good time. I have a video, if it's
Wait.
okay.
What?
I brought a video, if that's okay. Not of...
Okay.
I was like, Ron, are you? Oh, not that video.
Not that kind of video.
Okay.
You got a video of something else that we
Afterwards,
can
right,
see.
of what I found.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it
You want to
okay
step
if
to the
I-
plasma,
Thank you.
please. Woo. I was like, I'm not old enough for that video.
So this is our bed. This is where we were enjoying ourselves. My phone fell over here by the projection screen. I didn't think nothing of it, but afterwards when he walked away, I went to get it because I remembered it had fallen. And then down here, you see between the box spring and the frame, there is very obviously a condom wrapper.
Oh.
We don't use condoms, Your Honor.
Okay.
Where could it have come from?
Mr. String,
Your Honor.
Mr. String, please tell me that's not your mama's.
Thank you.
That ain't my mom, but like I said, I was partying. I partied that night, and a friend of mine came over with this lady, and like I said, they asked could they use my room. I was cool with it. I was fine with it.
That
I
is
changed
disgusting.
the sheets. I didn't realize that he left his condom on
Okay,
the side of my
wait.
bed.
Are you saying your testimony to this court is that you let your friend use you all's bedroom?
I was pretty toe up, Judge. I was drunk. Yeah, go ahead. You know, we was all partying and everything. I just went. I changed the sheets. It ain't like I didn't change the sheets and then wash the covers and everything.
How
I changed the sheets,
respectful
washed
of
the
you.
covers.
Yeah, but there's just some lines you don't cross. I mean, you got other places.
That is our private place, our sanctuary. That is our personal
Well,
space.
it ain't like I'm nasty and just left the sheets on
That
there
is
after they did what they
nasty.
did. I washed and changed it.
The whole thing
change the
is
sheets
nasty.
all
I just
day
didn't
long.
realize he
Hold
left
on.
the condom there.
Hold on.
You can change the sheets all day long. That doesn't make a difference.
No.
That's just a line you just don't cross.
It ain't, yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. String, I don't think you get how much this is hurting Ms. Bailey. Tell him how this is hurting you.
I feel like you're killing our family. I feel like you have all these lies and these skeletons in your closet, and you'd rather build a whole relationship on lies than to even kind of be honest with yourself. I don't understand. My daughter, I mean, she needs a positive male role model. She can't see her mom being hurt and being lied to all the time because she's gonna think that's okay.
That's absolutely true.
Well, I think we have enough information.
At this time, the court would like to call court expert Gus Demetrelis and certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is he cheating? Why would this court come out? How are you, gentlemen?
Good afternoon, Judge. How are you?
Good to see you. Ms. Bailey has concern that Mr. String's recent behavior may be because of him having sex with another woman. So based on that, what did you do to investigate this case?
I sent in an associate in undercover capacity. He was posing as an individual coming to court, also being accused of cheating.
And what did your associate uncover?
Mr. String and my associate had a little bit of small talk. After they become comfortable, Mr. String advised my associate of his activities.
And you have that on tape?
I do, Your Honor.
All right,
video.
let's watch.
I'm trying to get away from her, bro. I was with her all last night, bro. That's all I'm saying. And then I was with my cousin. Bro, you know, he wanted me to come by myself. And because he had a little couple of females on the phone, but I couldn't because she was in my I got a whole nother at the crib, bro.
A whole nother blank at the crib, dog. Mr. String?
Man, that was all talk.
Yeah. And
That was all talk. I'm gonna be honest. I was just having a conversation with him, man. It was just a guy conversation, like we were just talking. It wasn't.
But you got a whole nother girl at the crib? That was just talk? What is that about? No, be honest about it. We're here now.
That was all talk.
Well, Mr. Williams, you conducted a polygraph examination on Mr. String, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
You asked him a series of questions.
That's correct.
You asked Mr. String, did the pink lace panties Ms. Bailey found mixed in your laundry belong to a woman with whom you have had physical sexual contact? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined Mr. String was being deceptive.
Who do those panties belong to?
Like I said, Your Honor, that's my story.
but it's clearly a lie, so.
Mr. Williams, you asked Mr. String, was the condom wrapper found on the side of your bed left from sexual intercourse you had with a woman other than Miss Bailey? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that on this question concerning the condom wrapper, Mr. String was being deceptive.
That ain't true, man. I don't know what's going on with the lie detector, but that ain't.
All right. I am so sorry that you found this out this way.
I was really hoping I was wrong.
What is going to happen next?
I'm done. I'm done.
Is there anything that you want to say to her right now?
I want to say I'm sorry for everything I've done to you. I know I was wrong. I know I lied about a lot of things. I know I broke your heart. And, it's a lot of things I grew up and I, went through. So I'm sorry. And I love you. And I want to make things right. And if you please, let me put that ring back on your finger.
No.
You know what? It might have been a chance, Mr. String, if you had come clean. But you let them tell your story. And once they tell your story, the accuser can't trust you anymore because you won't even come clean when your back is in the corner up against the wall. That's the problem.